That's the intro. Welcome to Rich Talks, podcast where we do music commentary, cultural commentary, deep dives, and just interesting topics in general. I'm your host with the most, so let's make a toast. Ankh, aka Ree. Now let's get into it. Alright, so today we got a special episode for you. We got a special guest here today. My friend, long time, and very famous. If you don't know, now you know. Rapper, CHXXX.
Hey. Shout out Rich in the house. Respect.
How you been, brother? How you been, man?
I'm good, man. We here, everything bussin'.
Loving it. So today I wanted to kind of do like a little bit of an interview with you today, so the people could kind of get to know you a little better. Because I know you just brought out a new track. What did you say it was called again?
Bussin'.
Bussin'. Because that track was bussin'. When I heard that, jeez, fire.
Thank you.
All right, let's let the people get to know you a little bit. So, what first got you into music?
My brother got me into music, so he will be washing the cars back home in Nigeria, and he will show me all the latest CDs, hip hop, so I really gravitated towards hip hop. I like the balance of the sound, and yeah, that's how I really got into music.
Around how old were you when you really started?
I think maybe like 7, 8, yeah. I think I wrote my first rap.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, it was like Jack and Jill. That was my first rap.
Yeah, I remember. For me, I actually stole my sister's Tupac CD from her room and just started playing that. That was like my first foray into like really rap music. Right. Before that, it was just into like R&B, pop, like Michael Jackson was the king. It was just like the thing.
So you got it deep. You got it straight to Tupac.
Oh yeah, of course. Straight up. Just jumped right off the ledge,
Right, that's crazy, man. Yeah, I started like soft, Naughty by Nature.
Yeah. Ooh, naughty, yeah. Let's go.
Bow Wow.
Okay.
Bow Wow was hot, man. Bow Wow was hot back then.
Okay, so who did Bow Wow, was he one of like the people who inspired you to?
No. That's all I had access to, man. Twista inspired me, man. I used to rap.
Really?
Yeah. Like Twista a lot.
Interesting.
Kanye West, Twista. So that's how I started making beats a lot through Kanye.
Interesting. So you're Nigerian, obviously. You were born there. Were you rapping in your native tongue?
No, I wasn't.
You were still rapping in English?
Yeah, everybody was rapping in English.
Okay.
Everyone tried to rap like Americans back then.
So was your brother also into it too?
Yeah, my elder brother was. He's still into it.
Okay. So
yeah, he got bars. We never battled. I guess we got a battle to find out. That's coming soon. Pay-per-view.
I like that.
Yeah, maybe you host that.
Oh yeah, for sure, yo. Straight up. Unks got it, yo. Unks got it. All right. So how would you kind of like describe the music that you typically create? Because like I know you've gone through different phases.
Yeah, right.
And so
you're part of one of the phases.
Oh yeah, I was. Hey, straight, man. We got some history for sure, man. Simple Life Gang, those were the days, man. Those were the days. Yeah. I'm retired now, that's why I'm an unk, man. But yeah, like
right now, I'll say my music is always positive, always inspirational, and always has that aspect to it. Right now I'm doing a lot of Afrobeat, that's what I'm gravitating towards, so
I like that.
Yeah, really tapping into my roots. I want to always have that African influence in my music as well.
I like that.
To show where I'm from.
Yeah, because even like listening to your more recent music, including Bussin', of course, I think Afrobeats is like your groove. Like you actually found your groove.
Yeah, I know, it feels good, man.
Like your producing's always been on point. Like you have some of the best beats I've ever heard in Toronto.
Thank you, man.
But like
Bussin'.
But like,
hear that? Bussin'. Straight from Unks.
I feel like this is like your groove. Like this is the sound that was made for you. If that even makes sense.
Yeah, I was made for the sound basically. So it just fits. It's perfect. It's right. And I've been just diving deeper and deeper, exploring it, and yeah, it feels good. It's really like percussion driven, right? So you really gotta have that balance. explore the drums. And yeah, it's fun music. I love it.
So, if you could open for any Afrobeats artist in particular, who would it be? Like, who would you tour with? Like, you would have to, like, this is a must-have tour. Like, it could be any Afrobeats artist. Actually, no, it could be any artist, period. Like, who would it be?
That's a tough question, man. That's tough.
Hey, man, yo, literally, when you get those tough questions, the first one that pops into your mind, that's really who it should be. But like, people like to kind of like dance around it a little bit because they're like, you know what, that person's not exactly my favorite, but that person that I just thought about first, that's probably like, that would be the vibe. You know?
I guess that's crazy you said that. So the person I thought of first was Davido.
I'm telling you, man, like you and Davido, that would be a nice tour. Like it it flows together.
For real,
like, it could
it'll be
flow
good
together
fun.
really well.
Yeah.
Like, you know,
especially in Toronto, like
because both of you guys love the singing the melodies to the ladies, like you know.
Oh
like,
yeah, no, it'll be a bust down. The after parties would be crazy for that one.
Those are dope, man. Go. I love that.
That's a good question.
I love that. Oh, nice. Yeah. Hey, man, full of them. All right. What's the most useless talent you have?
Yeah, we were left field with stuff. I feel like this is the Jake Paul Tyson fight right now.
Man.
Wow, that's a crazy one. I don't even know, man. I think, wow. I'll say algebra, like knowing how to do algebra.
What?
Like, what am I really using?
You know, the question's a bit of an oxymoron, because, like, a talent, it can't really be useless if it's a talent, right?
Yeah.
If you're talented at something, that's
But what am I using algebra for?
What do you mean? You still use algebra?
And like, what am I
mean, technically you use algebra without like actually using it.
Yeah, and I was just gonna say, like, there's a lot of stuff, people like a lot of physics stuff.
That's really what life is.
Yeah,
like, we're constantly doing all of these mathematical calculations and equations without being conscious of it.
Yeah, but you're not really measuring like the angle of like the ramp before you go to rent a U-Haul truck.
But you know what angle to put it at. You know what angle to put it at to make sure that it gets.
But I guess there's a practical skill that if you really apply them, you would just have an edge, right?
Yeah. But I guess the practical skill is something that you work towards. Talent you already have, and then you can further like accentuate it. Like you can make it better.
Yeah, you just have to dig in deep, right? And be like, okay, you know what am I lacking? And what do I have in my arsenal that I'm not really using to its full potential right now? That I can do better.
So for you, as an artist that's coming up in more of the social media era, how do you think that music has been kind of impacted by like the internet, basically?
I'll say you can release music a lot faster than back in the day. You can create music a lot quicker, and that's also reduced the quality of the music and increase the quantity, right? So flooded the market, and yeah, it's just you gotta dig deeper and kind of like, you know, filter a lot, and you just have to do a little bit more to stand out as an artist as well. So yeah.
So would you say it's easier and harder at the same time? Like,
no, it's harder. I'll say it's harder because it's easier to create, but then not everyone's gonna pay attention to what you're doing if it's not actually good, right?
So do you think this is gonna be an interesting one? So do you think in a way the gatekeeping of how the labels were is a good thing in a sense?
No, it's terrible. That was terrible.
Okay. But at least with the when the labels were gatekeeping or whatever, artists were making more money.
No, artists are making more money today.
Well, I guess, but they have to go through different avenues. They're not making more money directly off their music anymore.
Yeah, well, that was the whole point, right? And that's why the labels were stealing the artist money before, because they would basically just give you a little piece, but they own the publishing, they own the marketing, And basically the marketing is a lot, right? Like publishing is one piece that artists were not even touching. And then marketing, a lot of artists were not touching that. That's like the merch, that's a lot of the stuff you're talking about now.
But at the same time, they provided the distribution for that. Like they allowed, they put in that the actual heavy lifting that's involved in pushing an artist.
Exactly, like the distribution. So now the distribution, the playing field has been leveled with the internet, where the artist doesn't need to go through the label to get distributed. They can get on Spotify by themselves. They can get on all these platforms.
Sure, that's
so now, and then if they have a little bit of bread, they can market and advertise. So now it comes down to the music, right? The creation part, which the labels used to fund and give you a budget and say, okay, go to XYZ studio and do this, do that, and inflate the budget and do all this extra stuff you don't necessarily need to do, and someone else is basically getting paid off your budget, right? And you're just sitting there signing off on things that you don't necessarily need. So you can just control your budget better and now go to the right producers you want to work with. You know what I mean?
So yeah, there was a lot of bureaucracy involved.
Yeah, which kind of like...
But you can't deny the fact that like the help of the labels to even get that distro is pretty effective. So wouldn't best practice be kind of something in the middle where you kind of partner with a label rather than like sign to one? So you partner with them in terms of like maybe they provide you with the distribution or the platform to distribute on, and you in turn maybe like negotiate like how they can get some of that, how they can recoup that in some way.
Yeah, I guess you're not really talking about distribution. I think you're talking about promotion, maybe like getting on the radio.
Right. Yeah, I say distribution, but like that's more what I mean. Like some form of like marketing to be
and that's marketing, and that's what I'm talking about. Yeah. So a lot of those things now you can really access them because a lot of those is like pay per play. You know, like basically you pay to get on the radio.
It's always been pay per play.
But the radio. Then the radio relationship is kind of unique because they have a unique relationship with the labels, right? Where so it's like even beyond that, it's crazy where the radio's not really certain radio is not gonna look at artists if they're not signed to certain labels, right? So you kind of have to go through those labels to get those like big massive looks. But at the end of the day, are those looks necessary now to break songs? No, like these labels are actually like using guerrilla tactics, like going through influences, like saying, okay, say I get like a popular influencer in Toronto, right? And today she's not posted like the whole month, and today she just posts like, yo, I was just chilling and check out this new song I'm feeling, and she has a whole dance that she did to it already, and she posted it on social media and it's on TikTok. Everybody's gonna watch that and be like, yo, what's this track? What's this dance? And then people are gonna start doing it. By the time I hit with 10 more influencers to do the same thing, right? I'm giving you guys the sauce right now. So, yeah, bro, I get like 10 more to drop a video being like, yo, this is the same dance, you know what I mean? And you start seeing this stuff pop up everywhere. Everyone's gonna start doing it. Before you know it, you go out to the club, you're hearing this DJ play it, that DJ play it. It's almost everywhere. It's on a few playlists now because guess what, you can figure out how to access those playlists, right?
But isn't playlists like the better way to go now? Because like
that's the way to go.
I don't know if it's because I don't know if it's because we're aging, but like I just feel like there's less and less people going out to the club nowadays. Ever since the 2020.
Yeah. Well, that's why I said the playlist too, right? But the club kind of still reinforces, stamps it. So when you have see that song on the playlist, or you add it, and you're listening to it, and then you go out and you hear it, then it's like now stamps what you're listening to as official, right? So you still need that. But the playlist, you can access it, and that's why I mentioned that. Like, but if you figure out, okay, what are the right playlists, pick 2 or 3 that you make a budget for that, right? And you get on it.
Okay.
And then that's it. You kind of like bypass the label, and if the song is now good enough to stick, you just need to follow up record.
Are there any specific artists that you like are inspired by? Not musically, but like maybe like business wise, or through like how they do certain things, or
for sure. Like Master P was one of them for sure.
Oh yeah,
50 Cent.
Marketing geniuses, those two, like for sure.
Yeah, 50 Cent right now, definitely. Kanye West too, to a certain degree, just how he kept creating, you know.
But you know, in a way, like all three of those guys that you mentioned, like the way they got their form of success was a form of guerrilla tactics in some way, right?
Right, like Kanye was going like outrageous and just saying whatever, and you know that was it. That was marketing basically. Yeah, you're right. 50 Cent, same thing. Just the whole industry,
just bullying everybody, just coming in as a bully, and that it kind of works. Like being that, in a way, like being the villain, in a way, kind of.
Yeah, and it's funny because I was gonna say even I was gonna mention a few more names, and Nicki Minaj I was gonna say actually, which is crazy because she became the villain low key.
Yeah, no, for sure. But then like that's what happens, right? Like once you reach the top, there's no one else for you to be chasing. So then you are now the target.
Yeah,
it's like when you have like a locust swarm. You know how a locust swarm kind of works? Like basically, they're all kind of essentially cannibalizing each other. So the locust in front is getting chased by the one behind him.
Oh wow.
Yeah. So it's really crazy. Like it's really a crazy thing.
But it's crazy because like those guys we mentioned, a lot of them got to the top too by being savage, right?
By being savage, like
those shit.
And I guess in a way, like not being ethical.
Yeah, not being friendly.
Yeah, like not being morally ethical, I'd say. Like those are the guys that are the top guys, though. But
they just did them. They knew what they wanted to do, and they just did.
Like regarding the Diddler situation, which did he do it? Did he do it? What do you think?
Me? Oh, am I commenting on that?
Yeah.
No comment.
No comment.
No, I'm not the jury, man. Like,
Okay.
Yeah, I have no. I'm not from New York. I don't even know what's going on over there. You know.
But you're allowed to comment, like for example, in regards to the.
Did he do what? Like that was such a broad question. Like it's crazy.
Did he do it? Yeah. In regards to the charges of like the racketeering and the sex trafficking, do you think that there's credence to these charges, or if it's more so they are you more on the conspiracy side where it's like they only raided one mansion, they only went after the computers, they wanted to get certain people's names out of there before the election happened in case of said scandal, or have certain blackmail on people like for the election, like how Kamala suddenly has all of these celebrity endorsements before the election? Are you on that side, or are you more on the let's wait and see what happens?
That's a very loaded question, man. Yeah. I'll say first of all, those charges are serious. So, you know, like whoever are the victims, you know, definitely like odds reach out to them, and you know we'll have to just wait to see how everything plays out in the court of law. Like those are serious charges,
the real
and I don't even know what those charges are, so I can't really speak on them. Like I don't know what racketeering really means, man. What does racketeering mean?
I forgot I don't want to pull up that definition.
Yeah, you see what I mean? But in terms of the celebrity endorsements that Kamala got, the Democratic Party has always been known to get celebrity endorsements, and I'm sure, you know,
but that's the irony.
I'm sure if he was out,
endorsements
he would have definitely been
older guy. Like that was his thing. Like he was the guy. That got everybody in line.
Yeah, he mobilized people, and he would have been out there on the front line. So that just shows you what the Democratic Party really, you know, is about.
They think that that celebrities are leaders, essentially. Like for black people, like
that's what they think.
I feel like that's what the Democratic Party believes. Like that black people, celebrities are the thought leaders.
I think they think black people can't think for themselves. Which is
it's crazy. It's like they talk like they're the most progressive and like they're the least racist, but like in a way that's the most racist thing you could do.
Right.
It's just crazy.
Yeah, so that's it. Those are my thoughts on it. Like very yeah, good question.
Okay. So like what's one message that you would just like give to your fans as an artist?
I'll say we'll say Chucks is coming with tunes, big tunes. Next year, get ready for a lot of good music, but through it all, even as the world is going through everything, you just gotta stay positive. Everyone has their own individual struggles, so you gotta always, stay motivated, stay focused, always, put God first, pray, and just try to make sure all your intentions are pure with everything you do, and there's always tomorrow, so.
That's dope, yo. That was super dope.
Thanks, man. Everything busted, man.
What else? I had another question. What was it? What do you sing in the shower? Like, what's your go-to song?
Right now it's busting. I like busting. Everything is busting.
So you like sing your own songs?
Yeah, really, because they play in my head all the time. Right, it's hard to get them out. I'm working on them all the time.
For me, I can't stop just like any R&B, bro. I'm the weirdest guy. Whenever I'm in the shower, tell me why I always got like Boys to Men. How do I say goodbye?
That's hilarious. Loki, I thought you were gonna say you got Ray J. What's it called?
Hey,
One Wish. No, in the rain. In the shower. Oh, that song is banger, man.
Oh,
big
man.
Yeah, shout out.
Well, what are your favorite two and least favorite three venues that you've performed at?
Oh wow, that's a big one. Favorite two venues I've performed at. I'll say Opera House.
Ooh. I like Opera House. I saw Wu-Tang there a couple of times. Yo, I love that venue. That
stage
venue
is
so
massive.
Nice.
And I dropped the mic on the stage. Feeling myself on the end of my set.
Was the mic still on though?
Yeah,
That's nasty work.
Yeah, the stage manager just looked at me like, bro, you're never coming back. That was terrible. My shirt is gone now, so
shout out to Opera House.
Yeah, that was a great venue. And then second one would be the Mud Club, which is the Access Club right now. We did that show together.
Oh yeah, we did do that show. That show was crazy.
The balcony, everyone's loaded on the top.
Crazy. That was a big show. Yeah. That was actually a big show. I like that. All right, so what are your least?
Yeah, three least favorite. I'll say some of these are not even around anymore.
Ooh.
Like, Smiling Buddha, that was terrible.
I remember Smiling Buddha. It was so small.
And the stage was like
so
two
small.
big wooden boxes put together. So when you're like, and they had a carpet over it, so by the time you're turning up, halfway the stage starts to separate. And then there's like a hole in the middle of the stage.
That was actually a hazard.
And I like to jump around a lot, so that was crazy. So that's number one for sure. Number two, I'll say would probably be Central because it was small, very small.
Okay.
Yeah, and number three, I gotta say a venue that's around right now.
I remember Central too.
Yeah, a venue that's around right now. I don't know. I'm not gonna dump it. Any venues around right now.
Oh, okay. All right, you're keeping it the UN. Like I get it.
All the venues right now are actually pretty good. Everyone's doing great. Like,
okay.
I like from big to small. Pinna Lady's good. Small but really good. History's lit, but you can't perform there.
Why?
It's like Live Nation.
Oh god. Oh wow.
It's tough to get in there.
Okay.
Yeah, I like Revival.
I feel like Live Nation has been taking over a lot of venues lately, and it's like harder for independent artists to get a foothold in the city, like to kind of get a real fan base or to actually see their real fans, because obviously you can put your music out on streaming and whatnot, but like
I met a guy that told me he did a show at the Rogers Center. Yeah, he did it with this guy. They did it.
Wow. How much people were in the...
About 1,000 people.
Nice. Oh, wow. But how did he pay a lot for that?
Logistics.
I can only imagine, man. Oh, the overhead? Oh,
but they did it, and that's what I'm talking about.
That's dope, though. That's dope. Even just having that, like, yeah, I performed there at the Rogers Center. That's amazing, man. Any more questions? Okay, I guess it's kind of similar to what advice you had for fans, but like, what's the best advice you could say that you've given, that you've ever given?
Yeah, that was last Friday, actually. Was it Friday?
Really?
Yeah,
okay.
There was a show. I went to the rec room. There was a gallery show. Wave Sessions 1 year anniversary. Shout out Huss. Yeah. So I saw Because Design Matters. They were there. They had a booth, an advice exchange booth. So you basically write a piece of advice. But before you do that, you pick a piece of advice from the jar already and you read it, and then you write yours, crumple it, and put it in the jar. And you add to the jar. So that was the concept.
That's dope, huh?
I read a really cool advice, but I can't really remember it. I have to remember it. It was really
good.
One
of those, like,
yeah, I should have taken a picture.
Like, oh man.
But the one I wrote was just 2 words: be kind.
I like that. Honestly, like that's all you really need to be for the most part. And okay, it's probably my last question. What's your favorite song to perform?
Oh, right now, I guess Monaco.
Monaco?
Yeah, Monaco.
Yeah, I like that song. So, like, the video's fire. Still.
I'm not even. Yeah, because you were there when we shot the video.
Wow. I mean, shameless plug.
Of course you think it was on the list. Hey.
Yeah. So you want to plug any of your? Yeah, plug everything, man. Your socials, everything.
Just check me out. I'm on Spotify, Apple Music, CHXXX. Hit me up, check out my music, YouTube, follow me on Instagram, CHXXX.
CHXXX on all platforms? On all of them?
On all platforms.
Even YouTube as well?
YouTube.
Okay.
Yeah, and I got the new single out, it's called BUSSIN.
BUSSIN, BUSSIN. Get that shit bussin'. Keep it bussin', y'all. Alright. So,
chill.
Shout outs.
Respect.
Alright, brother. Alright. Salute to the outro. Peace.